Okay, here we're going to look at water and carbon dioxide during the vegetative growth phase of cannabis. So first off, irrigation. Keep in mind that plants will be growing drastically during this phase, so irrigation may need to be changed to meet demands. This can mean changing the frequency, the amount of times that you water those plants in a day, and or the duration, the length of time that you give those plants water. And keep in mind, this is going to change as the plants grow. As they get bigger, there's going to be a greater demand for water, so whether you meet that with increased frequency or duration may depend on your particular operations constraints or setup. Now, methods of water delivery, there's hand watering, which is not advised a long-term solution because it's very labor intensive. Great when they're small, can be used to kind of spot, add some plants maybe on the edge, or a plant near a fan, just getting a little bit more breeze on it, but shouldn't be implemented for the entire grow facility. Flood and drain is possible if you can implement a large tray system. This is a 4x2 tray here. And there's a drip and emitter system we see here on a large scale. This is the only way it needs to look. These can be very versatile and can meet changing conditions as the plants grow or as they switch to different rooms. CO2's impact on the veg phase. If using CO2, it's recommended basically from emergence through the end of flowering phase, so basically through the entire growth phase of the plant. However, it can be most beneficial during the vegetative phase to help increase biomass of the plant, to try to get a bigger plant, a quicker plant to fill an area. Adding CO2, if you have not added CO2 before and have a set plan for your plants in the sense of I know I seed them on this day, I transfer them here, I flip them then, you will most likely need to make adjustments to that original plan that you may have. Odds are the plants are going to grow quicker and larger, so this may offset initial plans that you have if you're looking at historical data. Depending on the size of your grow space, you may require either more space, because your plants become bigger, so you may need to accommodate for the space, or reduce time to flower, which can be advantageous. If you're on a limited space and want to maintain the same plant numbers, the plants will fill the area faster, resulting in shorter duration to flower. So again, that can be advantageous for some growers as well. Carbon dioxide specifics, aiming for levels of 700 to 1,000 is advised. I suggest using 1,200 parts per million as the maximum, simply because going beyond this level will not likely result in any improvement in yields. We could see this chart here going from 0 to 1,000. We kind of see it start to taper off here. Keep in mind natural levels are right around 400. So you can see going up to about 1,000 here, we start to level off. We are getting an increase in the photosynthetic process, but going again much above 1,200, not really going to give you that much greater yield and a lot more cost.